First off, I just want to say, not all of us open source guys are paranoid nerds.
Well, some of you might be wondering why I have aluminum foil around my badge. It's because there's an RFID in the badge. So they are a terrible threat to privacy rights. And I've got aluminum foil here if you want to shield your RFID so that it can't be tracked.
That's a bad example. I think you've oversimplified what the situation really is. When it comes to patents, I mean, there is a 49-page list of patents that are owned by different companies. The list is so long that I could actually simulate a Star Wars text scene with it. I don't know if you noticed on the list, two names on the list. One is Microsoft, the other one is Apple. Both heavily invested in this codec. Now, another thing you pointed out is you said that Apple was worried about the stability of Theora.
Apple is saying, well, it's unreliable, they're not sure, and, you know, this is why Theora, why H.264 is working under Safari and Google Chrome, but yet it won't work on other programs with the HTML5.
According to Ars Techna, Apple objects to Ogg Theora, claiming that the lack of known patents in Theora doesn't rule out the threat of a submarine patent that could eventually be used against adopters. I think it has more to do with Apple's patents and financial involvement in H.264 than the limitations of Theora.
Now, I do love open source, but I think they're in the wrong too, because I think they're basically seeing invisible enemies that aren't there, because a lot of people are worried that HTML5, some guy will come up and say, you know, we want our money.
In countries where patents on software algorithms are upheld, the vendors of products which makes use of the H.264/AVC are expected to pay patent license royalties for the patent technology that their products use. Yeah, you're basically right. That's how patent trolling works. That's how it's always worked.
It's kind of gotten so far out of control with H.264, you know, and everybody's worrying about the copyright problems. The problem I see it is that why can't all browsers just be used for both? And yes, they're going to all say, well, it's not that simple. Yes, it is. It is that simple. You can use browsers can all use the .h264 and the Thera program
for branded encoder-decoder products sold on an OEM basis for incorporation into personal computers as part of a computer operating system. A legal entity may pay for its customers as follows: 0 to 100,000 units per year, no royalties. 20 cents per unit after the first 100,000 units per year. 5 million units a year, the royalty drops down to 10 cents per unit. If we include Firefox to have H.264 support, you basically wiped out every single distro of Linux that can be given away for free with Firefox in it. Suddenly, Firefox would have to be taken out of all those distros, or those distros would not be free to distribute, which doesn't make much sense. It's actually quite complicated, and it's not so clean-cut. Alright, peace.